I'm gonna transition you over in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Alrighty, here we are with Next Machina. Phoenix, take it away.
Hello everyone, I am AShinyBlackPheonix. Today I'm going to play Next Machina. This was released in 2017. It's an arcade-style twin-stick shooter, mostly inspired by Robotron and Smash TV, which you saw earlier. Smash TV, of course. And this was developed by Housemark. We're going to play this on a veteran difficulty. This difficulty is where the game stops messing around, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I just remember I forgot to do something real quick. The timer starts a bit weird on this run. It starts after the first loading screen, but to make things easier for you, we can just start it when I select the difficulty. I'll leave that up to you. So what are we gonna do?
Maybe mention how the timer ends.
The timer ends when the last boss explodes. I would have done that when we were at that point, but okay.
Alright, Phoenix, well, if you are ready to go, you give a 3 count and
yeah.
Kick it off.
So, I'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, the way we progress through this game is by killing all the mandatory enemies. 13 regular ones, one that is in almost all cases is straight path and I don't really consider it a level. And then there's also a boss level. What you saw me pick up there is a sub-weapon. This one is called Power Shot. It's a piercing shot that is charged and will kill all enemies in its path, as you just saw it. Oh, sadly I didn't get the glitch. So I will. You saw me hug a wall there. That was to make that long snake-like enemy spawn. That one is called a visitor. One thing about the visitors I should mention is, even though they are not mandatory enemies, the level won't end until they either despawned or have been destroyed. This game also has upgrades. On the bar on the bottom left, you see that on the bottom left you see a bar fill up. Once that one fills up, an upgrade will drop. There are 5 upgrades total. There's only one really worth mentioning, worth explaining, which is Dash Explosion. Dash Explosion makes it so my dash deals damage, which is going to be a pretty useful tool throughout the run, because it can kill large enemies in one hit, as you just saw. Yeah. World 1 is mostly calm. That large enemy here next to me on the left is called a Killer Harvester. Those are those enemies are going to be important in one particular room. So the way those harvester works is they attack the humans first. They will never go for the player as long as there are humans on the field, and that is going to be important for one particular room I'll point out very soon. Also, this is the straight path level. I don't really consider a level, and we are already at the boss. The boss is called Beamtron. I'll use the sword on this one because it is a stationary target that just spins around, doesn't really move. So sword gives me the most CPS. And there it is. And I already screwed up.
You're fine.
Wanna fall along.
Beamtron hitbox. What?
Yeah, hitbox on that boss is pretty janky.
Well, Phoenix, do you have a quick moment for a fast donation?
Yep.
Alright, we have $20 from Kajink87. They say, thank you guys for allowing me to run Lion King during this awesome event. Good luck to the rest of the runners, and kudos to everyone behind the scenes making things run so smoothly. Here's to an awesome rest of the weekend.
So you saw me wait over there for a moment, destroying that tube. There's going to be an enemy spawning over there, and if that tube is there, it might eat up the shot. Also, what I haven't mentioned yet is the main way we save time in this run. There are specific triggers to make certain waves spawn faster. Also, this is the room I meant, so I'll collect the human next to me. Now I'll leave this one up. This will lure a harvester over here, so I can just snipe it, and that was that room. That was the room I meant with where the harvester manipulation comes in handy. But yeah, anyway, the main way we save time in this run is there are either specific triggers on the map or after killing certain waves. Like in this room, for example, you saw me dash into the middle enemy first. That made the other enemy in the middle spawn. Oh, this one is weird. But yeah, I'll point out some more of those in the next room, because the next room has some of those. Sometimes the levels are just time-based and you just pick the best path to play it. In this one, for example, if I kill that double fidget spinner thing, that wall goes away. If I then destroy that turret, it will make 2 fidget spinners spawn, which destroying them then makes another wave spawn. This is pretty much how this whole run works. And I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, about those fidget spinner things, or also those like 4 stacked on top, I don't know what. Those enemies will split if I don't kill them with a sub weapon or my dash explosion. So to prevent that from happening, I'll just kill them this way. There are also optional enemies in this game called disruptors. Those enemies are just there to annoy the people because they will block your shots.
You're so good at it.
The disruptor will just block your shots and yeah, annoy the crap out of you this way. And we're already at the second boss. So this one is called Yeti Kong. I'll pick laser for this one because this boss's hitbox is so big. You see the damage it does. Because of the boss's hitbox being so big, the laser actually hits this boss multiple times per damage instance. And combined with all those dashes, the dash explosion also deals damage to bosses. You just melt this boss. Also, you wanted to read a donation here.
Yes, I did. Okay, so we have $10 from yours truly, Oscar424. And I say, for all the times you've donated during my Resogun runs, good luck on the Horse-Trons of the Apocalypse, Phoenix, and thank you for literally teaching me everything I know about Next Machina. I wouldn't be running this game if not for you.
Thank you. So Asuka just mentioned the horse trons of the apocalypse. That's how I call the bosses 3 to 6. Those boss fights are all super tough, so I'm going to be quiet during them. Because again, like, all these fights are super tough. If I don't focus and I game over or whatever, this run is over, because on a game over on this difficulty, you lose all your upgrades but one. And that includes your sub-weapon, and I don't want to risk it. Also, this is the personal space room. I always like to scare people by not moving to show how little you actually have to move in this room to clear it. Because this is a room where a lot of people usually start panic dashing once they see how the enemies spawn. So sorry if I scared anyone there. I hope I didn't scare anyone.
I still don't know how you don't move in that room.
It's just practice.
Right.
This is one of my personal favorites. So there's that pink laser in the middle which will track me. Also that crystal butt lizard thing here is a disruptor. And but anyway, I really like this room just because of the way it lines up. In this one, killing those squid things will make the next enemy wave spawn, so I'll try to line up my shot in a way that I will kill the squid and a lot of the big enemies at the same time. Also, there's nothing too eventful in this and the next room, so if you have another donation, feel free to read it.
Not yet. However, maybe mention that this is, like, what do you play this on? PC, console? What is it available on even?
It is available on PS4 and PC, and I'm playing it on PC. First off, because I don't have a PS4, and second, the load times are way faster on PC. In this room, I head to the left to make all the enemies spawn on the left side, while the enemies on the right side spawn. And so again, we mentioned the 4 horse trons of the apocalypse. The first one is coming up. This boss lives up to his name, and he's literally called Helltron. And he will just randomly dash all over the arena in a complete random pattern, complete random directions, and complete random distances. So yeah. And the moment this fight hits phase 2, it's going to be even more intense for me, so I'll definitely need to focus here. Ah, damn. Sorry. That was just super unlucky. I was a bit too aggressive there.
You're fine.
So the way that flame trail attack works, you just saw those lines on the bottom, on the ground, not on the bottom. When he smashes his fist on the ground, one of those lines will go through the position your character was standing in the moment the fist connected with the ground. And I was mid-dash, so that line became a bit unpredictable for me because I was a bit too aggressive there. So anyway, we are now in my favorite world when it comes to statics. And I don't know if it's still my favorite world when it comes to the levels, but it's definitely either this one or it's second place, I don't know yet. Also, another thing I haven't mentioned yet is there are secret levels in this game. secret levels are not mandatory for this category, and hitting one will lose you a lot of time. So sometimes I have to aim my shots in a way that I don't shoot them. There are arcade cabinets. You see one here. If I shoot that thing, I'll get put to a bonus level, which will lose me a bunch of time. And there's one particular one in World 6, which will lose me 1.5 minutes if I do that. So let's not do that.
Gave me a heart attack on that one arcade cabinet just now.
Why? Because I wanted to point it out?
Yes.
Here's another one. This one. The thing I just dashed against. I don't even think you can kill them with dashes, though.
You know me, I'll smart bomb and find a way.
Oh, I don't really have anything to say about these levels, so if you have anything... Oh well, this one was fun, to be honest. But yeah, if you have anything to mention, feel free to do it.
Sure. And to answer Count Gooby, yes, I am sweating bullets right now. Also, go to bed. But we do have a comment really quickly. Try considering.
Can I say you something really
Go
quick?
for it.
So usually I'll pick up the sub weapons during the boss fights. However, on this particular world, I'll pick it up on this stage already, because the boss stage is going to be way easier to clear, because I don't have to deal with the charges from the power shot, and rocket launcher literally does the exact same thing. Oh. Oh. Oh god.
You're fine.
Yeah, I am fine. Also, serious time really quick. Ah. Okay.
I swear, Enforcer's my favorite boss, but I'm terrible at fighting him.
He's also my favorite boss when it comes to design. But yeah, anyway, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, sure. For those of us watching, consider subscribing to Midwest Speed Fest or even sharing bits. Any and all Twitch revenue we receive during this event goes straight towards Able Gamers. And of course, if you have Twitch Prime, now would be the perfect time to subscribe for free, because Able Gamers will still get that money.
So, this is... If World 1 didn't exist, this would be my least favorite world. I really don't like this world. This world is super tough to do well in. This world introduces purple lasers. Purple lasers are... Whoa, that was bad. Purple lasers are lasers I cannot dash through. So if I dash through purple laser, I will get hit. Very important for an upcoming room. Also, because I was like explaining all the game mechanics, I missed like God knows how many rooms that had manipulations in them, so I'm really sorry. There's one coming up after this room, however. This is like one of the last chill room the game gives you on this world. So after this wave, then the room will come up. So
you know you want the smart bomb.
No. So dashing over this conveyor belt will make the enemies on top spawn. I'll then clear the visitors, but I have to position myself in a way to get back over the conveyor belt, because you saw that one robot running, and if I'm not fast enough, that robot will just run to the other side, which is an issue because killing that robot will make another one spawn. Also, the 2 scariest rooms in the whole run are coming up, so yeah. So this one is like a foreshadowing what will happen in the next room. A bunch of super fast moving, almost unpredictable eyeballs will start at you, and in this one I have to be really fast to get over the purple lasers in the middle, because again I cannot dash through them. And getting on top will actually make all the enemies in the level spawn, and you saw how many enemies there were, so if you are not experienced on this difficulty, like, those eyeballs will destroy you if you do that, so don't do that, please. Don't scare me, and don't scare you, do yourself a favor. So on this one, this is mostly like, if I kill one of the big ones, another one will spawn. All these like, huge eyeball waves will spawn. Also, here's another secret level.
Mm-hmm.
What, are you scared? So, in this one I'll kill the 2 big ones, and I'll destroy this wall and head to the right side. Once again, this will make all the enemy waves in the level spawn. And coming up is the ultimate roadblock boss, which is like the worst thing in existence on this level. Also, this is not a straight path, it has a turn. But yeah, anyway, this is absolute serious time because I really have to focus. If I game over on this boss, this run is over, and this boss is the toughest boss in the whole run. So I'll pick laser because huge stationary target, and now I'm quiet. Oh, thank God we threw the worst part. This fight is always nerve-wracking.
Yay! Congrats!
So, that boss, by the way, it would be the final boss on the rookie difficulty. However, since we play on veteran, there's a world 6. Yeah. This is a world I somehow became good at overnight. Which is like super weird. But yeah, like, this is pretty much like my world. I figured this one out all by myself, pretty much.
It's definitely my favorite world, like, aesthetically wise. Though I don't see it much because I usually stick to Ricky.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Play what you want. Well, this one was a room I messed up. Oh well. By the way, I don't really have to say anything about the first half, so if you have anything else to say, feel free.
Actually, I do. We have 2 brand new goals that were added to our donation goal incentives. For $150, we have a blindfolded boss fight in Fury, so anything blindfolded I'm already hyped for, so definitely check that out. And also, for Super Mario 64 later on today/tonight, for a $100 goal, you can actually see the input display. And It'd be pretty cool to check out. So remember, !donate to put money towards a good cause and get some awesome new goals met.
Oh yeah, by the way, you remember me mentioning the 1 minute 30 long secret level? If I shot in that passage on top there, towards the right, I would have hit that. In this one, if I kill that disc enemy, it will make the path spawn. If I then kill the enemies on that path, it will make the next wave spawn. Yeah, you know the drill. And this one is dirty, so when I kill this big enemy on the left to me, there's literally there's a secret level right behind it, so if you don't know that, yeah. You will hit that, for sure. Next room is my personal favorite level in the whole game, and I'll show you why and hope I don't mess up. So this is a room where when I kill all these like crawler-ish enemies, they won't make the next wave spawn, and this lines up just about right, so the purple laser swings over. So I can dash to the other side, which then lines up perfectly with the visitor spawn, and it's just so satisfying if you pull it off. It's such a cool room if you literally ignore everything else. Also, we're up against the dad from Katamari Damacy right now. The last boss day. This is the worst of the. This is the easiest of the 4 Horsetrons of the Apocalypse, as I like to call them. It's just a strat that sucks. However, I really need to focus here anyway. So. That was a good start. Also, when this boss explodes, it will be timed.
Jeez. And now you know you gotta beat him. You gotta beat her, Phoenix. Take my energy.
So this is a secret boss fight you only get to see if you beat the game in 1 credit. I'll explain really quickly. This is not part of the run after the fight, because this fight is technically the hardest fight in the whole game.
Got it.
So there's a little bit of cheese going on in this fight. Whoops. I didn't wait long enough. So, good job me. On this phase, if I leave one of those skulls alive, the boss won't go into its next phases until the song reaches a certain point. But you can usually kill it this fast that it will never go into the next phase. Also, the reason why this boss is not included in the run is you still get to the credits even if you don't 1cc the game. So if we say this boss is included if you 1cc it, then everyone would just game over in the first level. So we said this is stupid, so we just said exclude this boss.
Nice. Next kill. GG's, Phoenix.
The time is also really good. I reached my goal. I wanted it to be sub 26 and it worked.
24:39. I'm so happy for you. And in your first marathon too. Now I just have to convince you to do more of them.
Yeah, I also saw that the incentive got met, so...
Yes! Yeah, you are not done, my friendly burb.
Yes, so... Master difficulty. is a nightmare. I don't even want to express how bad Master is. I cannot do commentary and play that. So Asuka, you have to take over for this. But let's play a game, okay? Shall we? Let's play Spot the Difference between Master and Veteran.
Putting it mildly.
Yeah. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah, whenever you are.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, just slight difference, right?
Slightly.
Just slightly. Nothing unusual here.
So as the viewers are probably noticing, there are a couple big differences. The obvious one is a lot of these enemies, well, not a lot, all of these enemies, as soon as they're shot and defeated by Phoenix, they shoot out what's called a revenge bullet. And it's a giant, kind of slightly tracking bullet that really just wants to kill them. Power-ups and everything stay the same, and the order at which the power-ups like weapon spread, weapon range is still random. Oh yeah, by the way, the enemies move a lot faster. So even though this is World 1, there's no guarantee that it can be beat. But I know Phoenix, and I think he's got it.
Triple dash.
Well, at least I go triple dash, not last, like in practice, like right before the marathon. That death still sucks, though. But I should be fine, hopefully. There are two levels that really scare me. 112 and 113.
And with the power-ups, I mean, again, it's random in terms of what you get. There again, there's a shield, there's triple dash, so you get 3 dashes instead of 1. A dash explosion, which creates a small detonator on the character when they dash. Weapon spread and weapon range, which are both pretty self-explanatory. Ironically, in the speedruns, you actually want shield for last, because it doesn't really do much to kind of make you go faster. But in master difficulty, having that triple dash is so important to staying alive. As you see, it gets pretty tight quarters pretty quickly in master difficulty, so Phoenix is doing everything he can to just avoid not getting hit by, everything in the map.
For its scariest room.
Disruptor detected.
And I got a disruptor here, which isn't much nicer.
Multiplier up.
Of course.
And after that, the run in the rooms. After this, rather.
Multiplier up. Shield lost.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that already.
You got this.
Maximum weapon power.
Stupid ball always survives today.
It knows.
Also, they figured Beamtron would be not as wouldn't really cut it on this difficulty, so they added a bit to it, which is why I go for rocket launcher and not sword. You will see a small difference, like a very small difference on the boss fight, just slightly.
Yeah, just a bit.
Ah,
Triple dash. Weapon range.
oh, I was too aggressive again. But hey, at least I could show it off and why I would never submit this to a marathon.
Yeah, multi difficulty on any house of the game is a terror in and of itself.
Yeah, this is next mark, you know. I don't really know what else to say other than next up is Kirby Superstar Ultra. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. In case I make anyone interested in this game or like running this, no matter if casual, high score, or speedrun, feel free to contact me. I know a lot about this game, so I can definitely help you out if you want help for this. Again, in case anyone got interested into this game.
I
But
don't
yeah,
want to admit it, but he's very good at it. Very, very good at it.
I am not good. I'm just above average.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of the marathon. Have fun with Kirby Superstar Ultra, and bye.
GG's. Absolute GG's for that amazing, amazing Next Machina run and Master World 1 showcase.